Curating any art event is a huge responsibility, and with 150 artworks by 55 artists, Istanbul's Biennial is no exception. Artist duo Michael Elmgreen and Ingar Dragset have taken the curatorial helm. Miranda Atty spoke to one half of the team, Michael Elmgreen.
How did Elmgreen and Dragset start curating the Biennial? How did it come about?
They called us in April last year, to our big surprise, since we are not professional curators, we are artists. We have done a bit of curating before in our lives, but not in this big scale. So we thought, well, it's a big obligation to do it, but we're probably never going to be asked again in our lives if we want to curate a biennial as artists. So we better do it. We also know Istanbul quite well because we took part in 3 editions of the biennial in 2001, in 2011 and in 2013.
What have you learned from the experience?
We have learned that it is really a big responsibility to be a curator for so many artists, and a cultural event that it has this big dimension as this. We've also learned that curators have to deal with a lot of long meetings at very long tables with a lot of people, because as artists you normally just take the decisions and then you get your project done and over with that. But of course it's a different kind of involvement and responsibility when you are responsible for the big cultural event. We went to Istanbul and just spoke with a lot of people, historians, journalists, and asked them, do you think it's a good idea to have a biennial in this climate? Is that what Istanbul needs? And everyone said, yes, now we need it more than ever. And that made us really determined to continue and go on.
Curating a show like this is a great way to kind of take the temperature of what's going on globally. What do you think it's shown us about what's happening in 2017 in the contemporary art world?
I think contemporary art can help taking the big political matters down to a level of everyday life and give it a human dimension. And we can speak about a personal responsibility and involvement. I mean, it's absolutely impossible in today's political climate to know how to react to all these big issues and all the media sensational news that you are confronted with. And I think art can give it a human face. Therefore, we were titling the exhibition A Good Neighbor.
When you approach an art project, what are some of the main issues that you think about?
It depends, of course, of the context of that art event, but something like a biennial has to take into consideration that it has a very, very big audience, also an audience that might not be professionally trained art people. So we have tried to create a biennial that has a strong visual appeal to a lot of people also, not being populist or popular but be accessible for also people who haven't been reading art theory.
What's next for you guys? Are you heading back into the studio?
Slowly we have to get back into our own studio routines and go back to being normal egocentric artists who are like focusing on our own projects and our own universe. And that's gonna be a big luxury.